Twisted Indies. So as I said before, we are looking for 2 more innovative drag race tracks. If anyone has any questions about the mechanizations, requirements, processes, or other things regarding the building of these tracks, feel free to drop in on a Wednesday when we do Ask a Builder Anything, and we can get you up to speed and see what you can come up with to further improve our clockwork computer mechanizations of tracks. Hopefully the new meta to be sweeping the Marble Nation.
So this one's different. How many lanes on this one?
This one's up to 32. Rather than using a top over end system of rolling past tubes, this is a portal bounce into tubes. So each portal will launch a marble into the tube just wide enough to catch 1 marble off the launch. Further marbles behind will bounce out, roll into the repeater, portal back in, and try again. So there is a rapid repetition of marble repeating until all marbles have found their solutions. There is an overflow of marbles also, which will just continue cycling through until the openings are there, and then they push through at the end. So
I'm excited.
here we go. We're gonna pause the music for now, and we will get the marbles in. So there you can see the cycling occurring to get all the marbles through. And it looks like all are getting into their own positions. We have 25 marbles. The music was the first one out. Now we have seen an occasional issue where the initial marble that does the little pin hop to the trigger either doesn't do it or more than one does it. But it works itself out in the end.
Hopefully.
So all 24 marbles in position. The music, the trigger marble. The music, no stranger to being the trigger marble. What have you heard about the music?
Well, put me right on the spot there, my friend. I was on another subject in my mind for a moment.
That's all right.
Theon Music, though, a regular in the not only marbles community but also in the drag racing community. We've seen him here previous weeks, and this week might be their week. We'll see.
All right, well, it looks like a very close race so far, but there's the initial blue boost, and the first blue boost definitely going to be favoring 2 of the marbles, winning marble of all marbles, and Scruff. So the weak red boost pushing through, not changing too much in the outcomes, but you do want to hit as many bounces as possible to give you that chance to get that victory. It looks like Scruff and winning marble. No! Lugo0s has teleported ahead using strange pizza magic, needs to deliver the pizza at an utmost dire pace, and has resorted to the dark arts to get their marble ahead. They are losing a little bit of speed, but finally gets a double boost right at the end. I don't know how we missed that part of the action, but apparently Lugo0s has found a way to magic their victory here.
Lugo's been delivering those pizzas for a little while now, so yeah. They've got it down pretty well.
And it should be noted, this is not Lugo0s' track, so no foul play to be found there. That was a genuine win. That was no home field advantage, no nothing.
You say so.
I do.
I do. We'll go with that.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to load up.
It's going to be wait for it, lightful.
Thank you, Logreat. We're going to load up the winning track. This is the track that highlights with the trophy number 1. So last week, Rumpluft was the victor. So this is the track made in their honor. We'll do a better job of running this as the first race of the night each night that we do the Indy Lugo drag race. So 60 seconds on the clock. Get your marbles in. This does not count for anything. This is just us sitting around having some fun.
Just enjoying our time here, reminiscing about previous weeks. Mm-hmm. I'm really looking forward to. I don't know. I think I'd like to see Decimate Jersey take it all home this week, or Punxsutawney up there.
Yep, Punxsutawney. They've been hitting the stream quite frequently lately.
Any of those longer names, you know?
Jan Billy was a bit of a kerfuffle.
Thorn in everybody's side.
Yeah, they were making waves in a bad way last week, placing in 3 of the 4, and then taking a knee deliberately in the qualifiers. We have since adjusted the rules. Those that have previously qualified in the same competition will not qualify, and those that have won a round will not be allowed to qualify for another round. So we will be jumping to second place as the situation calls for it, to avoid those kinds of situations in the future. And
That's good because you can't always police the professionalism, if you will. The good
correct,
sportsmanship
correct.
can't always police.
When you've
You have
got
to
the
work
winning
around it.
car and the winning combination, it's hard not to just keep kicking butt. I think Mr. Brady could speak on that.
Right. There you go.
So Notes 89 is going to try to take the lead on the slow route. Now there is a tiny chance for a skip chance of a marble finding its way across the pan, right down the middle. We will go down these steps at some point, actually up them and then down them. But for now, we'll go around the outsides the traditional way. No skip chances at the moment. Winning marble with a good line to the left-hand side of the wheels. Diablo back to the right-hand side. Both trying to get in. Low grade makes a move. Winning marble makes a move. And winning marble will be the first one out again. Out in front for the second time in a row. Again, this race does not count for any qualifiers, but it's good to see strong performance coming from a new member on the scene. Only 1,907th in the world with 574 races.
So far, living up to the name. Let's see if they can keep it going.
Yep, they get the first launch back up to the top of the steps. Ooh, a little bit of a slow bounce there. Might be able to see another marble get a better shot out of the cannon. Oh, but taking the left. Oh, but they can't hold it. I was about to say that wall ride does get you a very fast descent down to the middle. And now winning marble needs to be careful. Drops in, hits the switches, flows through, into the middle. And it looks like winning marble is going to take the victory here on the victory track.
I mean, who else could it have been? Winning marble
It's in the
is winning marble.
It's in the name. Nothing we can do about it.
Its M is out for blood this week, apparently.
Mm-hmm. They were denied a couple times last week. Definitely gave it a good shot, and then also made some good attempts on record hunters today as well.
Still waiting for my record hunters win.
You'll get there. You'll get there.
I hope so.
But Tusai is going to take a little bit longer to get past these pans. Finally finds their way down in the middle. And that's going to do it for the victory lap, ladies and gentlemen. Again, Rumpluft, the winner of the previous week. Last time you will see their name on this trophy for now. But who knows? Could have a repeat at any time. Let's go back to the competition, shall we? Round one. This is the second qualifier. Gotta keep our terminology consistent.
We do have a bit of a underdog here. The Diabolic Waffle.
Mm-hmm.
As you know, my wife.
Yes.
I'm sitting out this week, but I've given her the keys and the hints.
Right.
Make it happen, and maybe she can do what I couldn't do last week and take it all the way.
Carrying on the dad bod legacy, as it were.
Right.
Has publicly confessed I can pull off a fishnet better than she can.
Ask.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm sure your opinion might be a little more biased in the other direction.
I don't know if I 100% agree with that.
But and now we have confirmation in the chat, so there you have it. Facts.
I think I'd need a side-by-side comparison, I guess, huh?
Maybe. I'll let you field that one.
Yeah, I'll sort that out on my own time.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, get your marbles. We're going to put 1 minute on the clock. 28 marbles ever joined in. Thank you all for coming out to the Indy-Val0s drag race. I mean, the fact that you're all here when the prizes are pretty much non-existent shows that you guys are just here to have a good time. And that's what we try to provide for you all. Thank you, Captain Dabbod, for coming out, taking time out of your day to join in on the silliness.
Oh, absolutely.
Looking forward to your contributions to the stream.
Well, I don't promise many.
I didn't say many. I just said I was looking forward.
All right.
To whatever they may be. Whatever contributions they may be.
Don't set the expectations too high.
All right, they have 20 seconds now. Oh, we have Genu. This is their first. Well, it looks like they already have one race. So this is their second race ever. No deaths, no wins, no points. So we'll see what happens with G New here. Coming into the
I
scene.
think they're going to get some of that newcomer's luck. That
Could be.
you know,
We did have Rumpluft, the newbie on the scene, take it for everything last week. So experience is not everything, although experience certainly does help with what we've seen. Marbles piling in, looking for the position.
Foreman.
Foreman misses.
Foreman's going to be the trigger marble.
Dabblebeck.
Slide.
Gonna take it. And in they go. 29 marbles, so again, no overflow. And I have to say, sometimes it can take quite a while for the marbles to find their holes. Very, very concentrated effort here. We're stuck. Okay. Very concentrated effort here. Coming from the marbles. Not wasting any time getting into these positions. So the marbles are anxious and ready to go. Not squabbling over place positions, just trying to get into a gate wherever it may be. For that.
Well,
victory.
you know, after the debacle between myself and Kira last week, they decided at the meeting today, hey, we need to keep it together down in the pits, and you can see it's really working out. So, see what happens when I set out, I guess.
Yeah, as we speculated, it's best to save the fighting for the track. You know, let the speed do the talking. If you get too distracted, caught up in the fist fights and the squabbles off track, it's just going to impede your performance in the main competition. And that's what all really matters in the end. Is that first place finish on the track. You can take this one if you want.
Oh, we got a few bigger names up here. Sip Chillin, Highway, Foreman. I always go with Namrod. Foreman up here. Sip Chillin's in the lead, though, but not by much. Let's see what happens here. Highway trying to creep up. Waiting for that next boost.
They're making progress each little bit.
Connie going to make a push for it? Looks like it.
Okay, we got eyes everywhere. Oh, and there's the push. Highway, he was itching to do it. He knew it was coming at some point, and there it is. Highway springs the trap on the halfway point right into the last quarter here. And it looks like they have executed this perfectly. Veteran of the Derby scene knows this trick in and out and works yet again. It's a hard trick to beat. It's not unbeatable, but it's reliable.
I'll tell you, my two qualifying wins from last week and the week before were last second overtaking the leader right into the wind bin. So it's never over till it's over. But once you get that good lead, you can get comfortable a little.
Mm-hmm. And Indy, this is actually something I was looking at on the Lugo track. Because I did notice last week there were a couple of marbles that always shot ahead really strong in the middle. And it does seem, both on this track and Lugo's track, the very center, if you are riding that wall, there is a chance to double booster trigger. So, interesting
now we know.
to note. Now, as it's set up, the marbles do not ride the wall on the dismount, but any wiggling, collisions, whatever, can result in that push to the middle edge, and then there's that chance to double boost. I kind of like it as is, but if we start seeing it as an overwhelming trend, might look to change that. The question is, how do you balance the aesthetic of a gap in the track with the drag racing? Although I think drag races in general, they usually have a double buffered median, right? Because they have collision protection on the inside of both lanes. So there is a bit of a gap.
Many of them would. The good ones will anyways.
Right. Not your swampland, backyard, dirt road drag roll. Might right. Not quite be up to safety standards.
Nope.
when they're putting a monster truck engine in the back of a school bus and gutting it out and trying to drag it down the track.
We got one of those right down the road here, and I'd be surprised if there haven't been collisions between the two lanes.
Mm-hmm. Can only hope the drivers walk away from whatever unexpected turns may happen. We got Yorstra in the mix now. Yorstra coming in with the Z-Car Cube, a marble of selection, and number 726 in the world right now with 32 wins. So getting those tilted points, it seems. Who else we got? Looks like El Cid for the trigger marble. But he's and he is getting just fought for this, and it looks like Puxatawny's gonna just rip it away And no, it seems like everyone
Oh,
is just fighting for this right now. There is, we were just talking about squabbling in the pits.
good.
Well, this is an all-out fist fight, trying to fight it out for the position. I don't know what's going on with that pin up top. It seems like the pin up top is mistimed. Finally gets the timing back. Scruff manages to be the one on top. So little drama taking place there with a mod trying to go for the trigger marble position. And it's like Decimate Jersey and Fluffo Botbot have actually, they're continuing the fight.
They're just hanging out down there.
They're banging heads right over here. I don't know what to make of this.
They don't even want any part of this race.
I don't know what's going on. This is they've completely lost all composure after the squabble for the trigger bar position, and they are just headbutting it right now like two mountain goats in the pit. And the pit's just going to release them, and they're just going to have to go the slow lane. So they've completely sacrificed this run. They'd rather end this in a fist fight than speed. And there they are on the outside track.
He's a good guy.
Scruff finally makes it to the gate release, which will release Fluffo Baba and Decimate Jersey as well. But we'll see what happens as the marbles work their way into the track. Oh, big boost right out of the gate. What you got, Captain Dabbot?
Got a good battle here between Knee Hump Music and Seth Too Good. Looking to see how this one plays out. As we said earlier, Knee Hump Music, no stranger to this. Seth Too Good, currently 45th in the world in marbles. Zip Chillin is not sitting back, though. Zip Chillin wants to get in on this on the outside lane and making a move.
Oh, there's a double big boost coming in. That was blue and red combined. The Music saw it coming, and they were ready. Country Chick also saw it coming. Zip Chillin and Seth Too Good, unfortunately, did not have the prowess to see it and capitalize. And it looks like the Music strong from start to finish on the outside lane. No double boosting favoritism there. And that's going to do it for the third qualifier of the first round. The Music, as predicted by Captain Dadbot himself. This is why we have him here, ladies and gentlemen. He knows his stuff.
Yeah.
He knows his stuff. And where's Diabolical Waffle going, actually?
Just let her go. I mean, she's
Right,
sometimes she just goes, you know?
Spoken like a true husband.
You can't control her all the time.
Sometimes you just let them go. 1 minute on the clock, ladies and gentlemen. The final qualifier for the first round. We have 4 rounds. For those of you just joining in and missed the overview, if you don't get into the finals for this round, don't worry. There's 3 more rounds coming. Plenty of time to qualify and compete.
We do have some newcomers tonight. Where does the name Indy-Val0s drag race come from, for those that don't?
Twisted Indy and Lugo-Val0s. The last half of both their names. Twisted Loogie, not really good. Lugo Indy. I say Lugo Indy from time to time, but again, it's got that kind of Haka Loogie sound to it. I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
The Indy-Val0s just has like a European flair. Like it sounds like a racing company from.
It does, absolutely.
From
I
Austria
think
or
you
something.
made the
I don't
right
know.
choice on that one.
So there's a bit regal quality to the name Indy-Val0s. And we did want to recognize 2 extraordinary map builders who put in a good amount of time and effort breaking down these concepts and implementing never before seen mechanics to the marbles construction scene. Zip Chillin. Nope.
Have another battle here for the.
Yeah, I think there's definitely some issue with the double pin strategy. There's one pin to make sure marbles don't get stuck in there infinitely, and there is another pin that lifts them up. And there seems to be an overlap issue at the very beginning. Looks like we're good now, though. Zip Chillin should have it. No, gets pushed off again. So Zip Chillin is fighting for it. We'll see what happens. That's what marbles going to do. Zip Chillin is in pretty good now. Is that enough?
Yep. Battered in there.
It's a little bit of a mix right now. Waiting for it into the 54th second. Zip Chillin still holding the position though, despite the efforts of the other players. Not sure if that is supposed to be completely timed and it's just loading untimed, or if something is drifting out of operation. But Zip Chillin will finally get there after a minute.
You can count
And there
that as a victory in itself, Sip Chillin. Took a beating to get there.
Mm-hmm. So the marbles cycling their way in now through the. Oh,
Fluffobot is again.
It's. I'm not so sure what's going on tonight. I'm telling you, the curse on the stream. I don't know what mummy sarcophagus I opened. I don't know what urn I cracked. But the construction of the 1 hour track this season has brought foul things upon this stream and any map it touches. Record Hunters, we set for the first time in sponsored Record Hunters history, we did not set a record. As I said, I fear for the fate of my channel. Something is not right.
Well, it does look like everybody here got a lane this time around.
That's good. That's good. Oh, and John Fearing takes the early lead. And Kira Zaga with the afterburner on the tank. No one thought putting afterburners on a tank would be actually a viable strategy considering it uses treads. And it seems to actually be having some hindrances right now as Twisted Indy is going to go for it. Oh, but another afterburner boost from Kira Zalka trying to close the gap on Twisted Indy. Twisted Indy trying to go on the boat. So it's boat versus tank. Outside, we got Finish Hangover trying to capitalize as well, but it looks like Twisted Indy has an insurmountable lead at the moment. Going up into the final quarter, can Kira find a way? Will Twisted Indy drop anchor by accident instead of hitting one of the cannon shots or the booster shots? No, it looks like Twisted Indy keeping their controls in straight. And I think they've got it, taking it home. Bubbles flying out of the back of this thing. Have you seen Bubbles move so fast? There it is, Twisted Indy. Overtaking Kira. Boat wins first tank. There you have it.
On the inside lane there, Twisted Indy knows how to get around these tracks.
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to bring us into our first semifinals of the evening. We ask that only Indy-Val0s, Highway, The Hunt Music, and Twisted Indy join these races for the expedience of the process. So here we go. Now, some of you might be pointing out that the two builders of these maps, for whom the event is named after, are qualified. I would like to say purely coincidental. I think that's fair, right?
Yeah.
Great.
It is an RNG game, so.
All right, we will jump into our 10 seconds here, and we'll get some in-depth coverage on our semifinalists. Once the countdown timer has cleared, we'll see who we have jumping into the gun.
I'll turn out of the way so we can see these stats.
All right, we have Indy-Val0s, number 777th in the world, with 1,444 points, 19 wins out of 704 races. So a fairly decent win ratio. It's about 6%, I believe. It's up there. And they will be taking the left-hand side. Highway, on the other hand, moving in, number 1,155th in the world, not quite as high. Only 10 wins out of 484 races, so a good 2.5% win ratio there. So Lugo with a slightly better stat record, but Highway, I would probably argue, a bit more veteran on the actual racing scene. And they're off. Take it away, Captain Dabbod.
We got him going neck and neck down here in the straightaway. Lugo pulls away at the lead. Looks like he's gaining.
Oh.
Looks like he's opening that lead up. Got a nice little boost there. Highway's pushing though. Highway's not giving up just yet. Come on, Highway. Oh,
for the
Highway
second time,
springs
springs the trap again.
There it is.
It's an oldie but a goodie. What can we say? It looked like Lugo was still experimenting with the temporal distortion properties of pizza delivery. Might want to have to get that worked out a little bit more reliably before they try to take on someone like Highway, who's been crushing it the old-fashioned way for so long.
Be mad about it. Highway's been out there putting the work in. Timed it right that time. Timed it right.
Timed it right twice in a row. The Hunt Music and Twisted Indy is the ones we're looking for right now. If you guys wouldn't mind joining in. And there they are. We'll lock it out and we'll start it up. Waiting for the timer to tick down. Now we've seen boat versus tank and we saw how that went, but now we have boat versus sled. So this is going to be a little bit different as we come into the race. Number 522nd in the world, 18 wins out of 283 races, so close to a 10% win ratio. Not quite. The Music, on the other hand, ranked 655th in the world, 55 wins out of 1,212 races. So, Twisted Indy with a much more reliable record, and hopefully has all the kinks worked out for their ship. We've seen them drop anchor accidentally in the past, but that may not be the case this week.
I've been a fan of the ship on these tracks, though. I've seen it do well.
Yes.
Better than you might expect.
The operations of the boat a bit more technically demanding than the other vehicles, but it pays off when you get it right. And we'll see what happens here. The Music starting off on the sled with a little bit of an advantage here, but again, Twisted Indy just one button push away, and he shot the cannon, so he's already getting those buttons to work here, trying to push ahead a little bit further, using the exhaust ventilation of the cannons to propel the boat a little bit faster. Oh, but misses the last boost. Couldn't press the button in time. And just using the frictionless properties of the sled, the Music takes it by a quarter, not even. That is a tenth of a second.
Nearly a photo finish.
Tenth of a second
right
there.
Good race.
Just 1/10 of a second late on the button push for Twisted Indy, and that's all it took to lose the qualifier there. So now, ladies and gentlemen, we go into the finals here for the first round. Highway versus The Music. Comes down to this. Who you liking for this first final of the day?
Both incredible competitors. Highway's he's got it down, the timing. I'm a fan of what I see from Highway.
It's the good old reliable strategy. It's hard to argue. Based on what I've seen with the new frictionless properties of the sleds, I'm a bit keen to favor the Music, but because we have Highway himself behind the driver's seat, I think the experience is going to overtake the gimmicks in this case. I'm going to have to go with you on this one and say Highway.
Highway.
We might have a false start here. The
Music is in a hurry.
The frictionless mechanics of the sled have, and now the friction has caused them to not even be able to roll down. This is all right. We're gonna have to go into this is definitely not gonna count. Not sure what has transpired here, but definitely related to the new physics mechanics of the sled. The little combatants here. It's all fair play. We're going to let this run out, just in the fairness of both competitors here. So they may do as they wish on this run. The Music takes it, but again, we are not going to count that race. That is a de facto race. Well, we're going to have to do a rerun.
Gotta pull it back a little bit,
All right, let's try
pull
this again.
it back.
Do not engage the frictionless supports until you are in the lock position. The race does not start until the lock gives way. So just make sure you hold off as best you can. All right, round 2, the Hunt and Highway. For real this time, we hope.
I mean, I'm a fan of the aggression I see there. Just going for it.
Do you think that was kind of an icing the kicker kind of situation, just trying to throw Highway off their game?
It may have been, and it may have just been the Hunt saying, "Hey, Cap Dad Bod." Oh, he made it that time.
Yeah.
May have been the Hunt saying, "Hey, Cap Dad Bod, I hear you over here singing praise of Highway. I'm going to show you what's going on."
Fair enough. So the Music just refusing to play by the rules here. Dangerously so. They could risk disqualification if they take the judges a little too far in the wrong direction. But there they go, ladies and gentlemen. This is the first final of the first round. The Music and Highway battling it out as they go across in through the first half. And the Music full frictionless activation on that boost there. Highway's going to try to close the gap. They know for springing late, but they only have 1/4 of a track left to go. Highway's going for the spring, but I don't think they have enough boost to make it happen. One more boost to come through. They can't quite close the gap. The Un's got it all the way. And the Music. Whoo! Guess it worked.
I was really expecting Highway to come back there.
I was waiting for it, but I think the icing the kicker worked there. The Music playing a little mind game in Highway. Highway was not happy about the false start from the Music in the first round. He got out of his zone, And he lost his strategy that has served him well up until this point. So that's going to be the music. You called it at the very beginning of the show here. Captain Dadbot knows his stuff. There it is.
Congratulations, The Hunt. I guess you have me to thank for that.
Absolutely. We'll get him VIP'd immediately. There we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we go into the second round. This time we will switch up the map for the qualifiers. We'll be using the Indy-Val0s track. So get your marbles in. 1 minute to join in. Free open qualifier. Any marble may join. All right. Do we have any new faces on the scene here?
I believe Country Chick said that they're newer to the racing,
Yes,
drag racing.
I think this might be the first day. Froggy, who joined in mistakenly during the finals, is now going to get an official start here. So we've got Crunchy Chick, we've got Froggy, and Winning Marble, who was kind of playing around in the beginning, now getting a little more serious with the Flaming Avocado and the Victory Crown. A bit premature to be celebrating, but we've seen it work in the past.
Can't blame them for it's a mental game.
Yep. Fake it till you make
You
it.
show up wearing the crown, people are going to be looking out for you.
Exactly. And as we just saw, the mental game can play a role here. Even someone as experienced and focused as Highway, not unflappable in the face of unconvention. That was a sentence, apparently. Seoxys, who was joining in on the Record Hunter Fun here. I did not click their marble appropriately, so we're just going to follow Kira for a second here in the tank as we go down to the bottom. And it looks like it was a good choice anyway, because Kira is actually going to be one of the first marbles in. Seoxys has disappeared into the pile, and Punxsutawney Sani will be our trigger marble as we go in. Of the tracks we have, what's your favorite mechanic?
I'm a real fan of the way that this one looks.
Mm-hmm.
At the overall of the countdown here and everything.
Yep.
But I have to say I respect the hammers from Twisted Indies, the timer on his track.
Mm-hmm.
I really love the hammer mechanic there, and the way that the amount of time and effort he had to put into that.
It's the computer versus the clock, right? The analog versus the digital. And it's just like with actual watchmaking, the ability to make those tiny little pieces all perfectly tuned to each other and circulating in unison. It's an art for sure. All right.
80s girl got a slow start here.
And we got Decimate Jersey in the pleb bin going for a huge boost on the outside. And Decimate Jersey is trying to push the advantage. Oh, but horribly misses that strong boost on the outside. And Sip Chillin' looking for redemption after not qualifying last run. Now coming into the final quarter. Let's see what happens. You can go for it, Dadbot.
Here we go. It's still anybody's race. Low grade taking the lead. Maybe real close there with Sip Chillin'. CSAS is still in that fight, though. Let's see what happens. CSAS Mita jumps to the front. Yorstra. Oh, my. Yorstra just jumped in there, takes the victory at the end. GG.
That was that center lane double boost right there. So Yorstra found a way to the middle and made it count. Beautiful comeback out of nowhere up through the middle. So Yorstra, congratulations.
Looks like a very Captain Dadbot-esque move right there.
Definitely.
I like it. Hopefully you didn't pull a hamstring.
You did seem to be a little underperforming last time. You went all out for one race and you never quite found your rhythm back again. So
I wasn't meant for the distance sprint. They're drag races. I usually have more time in between races, but unfortunately, you just got to get that conditioning right.
A bit more of an elf than a dwarf, you say.
If you say so.
All right, well, we have lots of marbles joining in. And again, thank y'all for coming out to join the fun of the Indy-Val0s drag race. We do this every Monday, 7 p.m. Next week, we're hoping to have Ms. Dope Sauce herself joining in. If you have anyone you'd like to recommend, why not drop in the Think Tank idea section of my Discord, !Discord in the chat. Any streamer you'd like to recommend, or if you yourself would like a chance to guest co-host on this show. We're taking all the guest co-hosts for the season. Kind of my replacement for not doing the talk show this season. Trying to not spread myself too thin.
I'm gonna throw a hat in the ring, and we all know him very well. He's not here right now, but Final Ross Battle.
Final Ross Battle. It'd be nice to have him. I think his Monday
Very
nights.
entertaining gentleman.
His Monday nights are a little shoddy, but he and I might actually be doing a pachinko event on a Sunday.
Oh.
If we can make it happen. We'll see. All right. Marvel's moving in. It's going to be Decimate Jersey sporting the bread. Some have called this toast. I see bread. What's your take?
I see bread as well. I mean, there's no toastiness to it.
Yeah.
You would
Well, I
expect
think the confusion is the avocado toast, right?
Right. That makes sense.
But it's clearly bread. I think we can.
But it is also stiff. So
Yes.
stale bread, perhaps.
Bax and I have discussed it is gluten-free bread that has been left out for an exorbitant amount of time. The hardness of this bread is actually 10.1. They had to extend the mineral hardness scale just to account for the stiffness of this bread. It's unfathomable how hard this bread is.
I believe you.
Oh my goodness! Scruff from the Peblin. Where did he just?
It just disappeared.
He pulled a Back to the Future. Scruff went so fast he hit 88 miles an hour, and is now somewhere in the 80s. Hopefully he can find his way back with a lightning strike or something. But Scruff has pulled a full Back to the Future right before our very eyes. So there is a speed limit on these tracks, ladies and gentlemen. Do not exceed 88 miles an hour for your own good. And Country Check will take the default victory there. Apologies to Scruff. Hopefully they can find their way back to the present decade soon enough.
Congratulations to newcomer on the track, Country Chick. Your win was kind of overshadowed there.
Your eye, my friend. You've got an eye for winners. If you need to pick a racer on a horse, Captain Dad Bod's your man.
Let me know. Oh, wow, Beth Marshall's here.
Always good to see them. And 80s Girl, exclamation point Discord, and then you will go into the think tank. That is where we put all of our idea fostering posts.
I don't know if you've caught on, Wild Beth Marshall, but now that I've said your name, you had good chances here.
He's got the eye. He's got the magic touch. We'll see what happens as the race goes underway. 1 minute to join, ladies and gentlemen. Again, thank you all for being here. Hope you're having some fun. Enjoying the banter. We got marbles joining in rapidly. 20 marbles in the first 10 seconds. Good stuff. Good stuff. What's your streaming these days? I know you got a lot going on in the real world.
Generally every Tuesday I'm tilting. I try to reserve Tuesdays for tilting, and other days it's just whatever's happening at the time. I think this Wednesday I'll be doing, I don't know if you're familiar with the Room series, puzzle game, but I've been doing that the last couple weeks. I think I'll continue that. That's a lot of fun.
Excellent.
But I'm kind of, there's a lot going on with the family and everything, so I don't stick to anything or have any major events coming up too soon. Kind of go as we can.
Hey, Tuesday tilting. I mean, you won me over with just that.
Well, that's why I said it first.
And I also realized I did not post the tilt schedule for this week, so I'll have to do that right after stream if I remember. Someone remind me. And it looks like P.I. Joe Mama will be the first marble in to the trigger marble position. Everyone else filing in to their respective spots. Let's go over our placers as the blades wipe it clean here. So it's going to be Kira Zalka, It's M, Garnet Rod, Highway, Diginoa, Sahoxis, finally getting a position. Scruff, Elsid, Sip, Chillin, Foreman, and Notes 89. That was my eyeball was on Notes. We'll see if they have anything to do here. But as we just saw, anything can happen coming out of that pleb bin. Is that Scruff back in the pleb bin? No. Scruff has not returned. Oh no, Scruff's here. Okay,
Entirely
Scruff
different
has
timeline.
found their way. Okay, I was a little worried, but Scruff has found their way. Here we go.
Garnett Rod with the early lead, followed by P.I. Joe Scrub takes over second place there. Scruff, not. I apologize. My apologies, Scruff.
There's a B in there. It's all right.
It's a little confusing to my eye there.
Yeah, it looks like Scruff.
Garnett Rod's still holding the lead though.
Yeah, Scruff's a little hesitant to push that 88 miles an hour, but it looks like they've stopped waiting and they're just going to go for it here. So they're risking everything right now. They're risking a trip back into the pass yet again. Garnet Rod can't keep pace. Garnet Rod doesn't want to befall the same fate that fell Scruff. And Scruff risking it all here up in front, but taking the victory home. They pulled it off, just holding 87 the entire time. And that's going to be a victory for Scruff. So good to see them not only making it back in time, but also winning it to go into the semifinals.
What a beautiful marble.
It is. It's a good one. I call it the dad bod marble, even though it's not the dad bod marble.
Well, what else could it possibly be?
I
don't know.
It has a name. It has a name. Can check the shop here real quick. It is the Big Daddy Den 76. So it's close, but it's not.
It's a beautiful marble.
All right, ladies and gentlemen,
Good
this is
choice.
the last qualifier. Yorstra, Country Chick, Scruff are the 3 qualifiers so far. Let's see what'll happen on the final round. You still got your eye on Wowbeth Marshall?
Wowbeth Marshall there? Always.
Beautiful dune grass picture there. Number 72 in the world. So this is no slouch. You've picked a winner here. Winning on Iguana de Fuzil, which is one of the top 10 streamers right now. They've been top 10 last 2 seasons, I believe. So
No, I
big
don't want to
player
jinx
here.
it, but we haven't seen any blowouts at the starting line tonight.
Not any significant ones for sure. I've seen a couple hitch ups during some races here, but yeah, no one's car has been engulfed in flames on the starting line yet. So good, everyone's keeping safe, and good to see all the cars at least working on the initial get out. But it's early in the night, plenty of time for anything to happen.
Very true.
Oh, Dr. Arbel's in. As we established, Dr. Arbel, doctor of toenails, what? Fingernails. Doctor of fingernails. Not to be confused
Fingernail.
with the doctor of eyelashes, which I believe was Dr. X.
Let's see how that plays out. It's a very angry fingernail doctor you have. Here.
Yeah, it's a little strange of a disposition. My fingernail's actually doing quite well. The polish has held up all weekend, so fantastic.
Is that, what color is that? Is that a
This is called Russian navy blue, because there's Russian blue and there's navy blue, and this is like a Russian navy blue. So it has a slight purple flair to it, but it's mostly just a nice dark blue.
very nice?
No strawberries allowed, only for the 1 hour track. We will be hashtag trending on Twitter every Saturday night. Hashtag no strawberries. We're not going to get into that now. It's still a little sore on the subject, but
As a strawberry racer, I kind of want to get into it now.
I'm also a strawberry racer. It's a tough pill to swallow, but for the good of the 1 hour track, until at least the mid-season update, if not longer, we're gonna have to hold off on strawberries. All right, marbles are swept across. Puxatawny is the trigger marble. Kira, Foxpage, 80s girl, Droska, Notes 89, still going in it for my pick. Decimate Jersey, Seoxis, winning marble, Highway Scruff, and Dr. Arbel. And it looks like Wowbeth Marshall is in a very bad position. Might be sitting this one out, saving it for the next qualifier. Puxatawny hits it. The countdown timer for those who've never seen it before. 3, 2, 1, let's go. And the marbles are off. Oh, there's a blowout. Puxatawny right out of the gate. Kira also stumbling. So, little ineffective gear changes going out of first into second for 2 very experienced marbles. Not something you typically see. And looks like Scruff is trying to go for it again, having just qualified.
Winning marble and Notes, all up there. That's Highway. Got some of that ugly sportsmanship, as we kind of discussed a little earlier.
Yep. The second
But
place
it's
marble will
not
qualify
against the rules.
if Scruff wins. So Scruff is going to take it. Look at this. This might just be another power play, another mind game on the board. And somehow Decima Jersey found a way to overtake winning marble from second place. So by technicality, that will be Decima Jersey advancing to the final rounds there. And another very unprecedented power play coming from another marble. Here on the drag race. It's good to see though that the innovation does not stop at the Derby. It carries over into the drag race. Now let's see what happens in the finals. We're looking for Yorstra, Country Chick, Scruff, and Decima Jersey only, please. And thank you.
Good lineup right there. I'm excited about these finals.
Yeah. You still got your money on Country Chick?
I don't have any money, but if I did, it would be on Country Chick.
All right. Well, we got Yorstra and Decima Jersey for the first round of the semifinals. Those of you who have not seen it before, the counting clock in the back, beautifully constructed, as Captain Dadbod was reflecting not too long ago. 1 through 9, or technically 0 through 9.
I've always been a fan of grandfather clocks, pocket watches, those things that have
Absolutely.
the
Absolutely.
very fine-tuned mechanism. So
All right, I don't know
I'm
why
a big fan of what Twisted Indy did there.
I don't know why we're waiting the full minute. We should just go. So we do have Yorstra. As soon as the timer is down, we'll get some stats going this way. All right, Yorstra, number 723rd in the world. 33 wins out of 1,216 races. That's not good. That is almost, I think that is what is that? Is that barely 2.5%. Barely. Decima Jersey, on the other hand, 55 wins out of 1,071, which is a full 5.5%. So Decima Jersey definitely with a stronger record compared to the two. But as we saw, Highway's experience wasn't enough to outcompete the mind games of the Young Music. So maybe someone like Decima Jersey playing the mind games here could take on someone like Yorstra. Yorstra pops through. Good boost ahead. Decima Jersey, the bread weighing them down. It is stiff, but it is also very wind resistant. Oh, but a good boost from both marbles. Neck and neck as we go to the final finish. One more boost to decide it. Decima Jersey tries to pull ahead, but can't quite get there. And Yorstra going with a plain marble. No trail, no nothing. Just good old-fashioned plastic. And good old-fashioned know-how.
Anything weighing you down there. It's a good
Jersey,
strategy.
Decima Jersey might want to reconsider the bread strategy. And then another 10th second decision there. So, very close races in these semifinals we've seen. Good to see. Oh, Decima Jersey's got some Christmas Kielbasa vibes going on. Interesting. Very interesting. All right, we're looking for Country Chick and Scruff on the final semifinal for the round number 2.
I don't know if Scruff still has gas in the tank for this. Scruff was showing off a lot that last round.
That's the risk. We've seen it happen in the Derby plenty of times. They try to get in the heads of their competitors by winning multiple times, and only to realize they didn't save enough for the finals. But Scruff is sporting the shark trail, which is usually the sign of a marble that knows. Sean the Bull Shark, known for his shark marble trail, and definitely shows some good competition in these events. Oops, there we go. Country Chick has 1 win, and that was tonight of their 9 races. So Country Chick, very new to the season, but as Dadbod said, has their eye, which counts for something. Scruff, on the other hand, 367th in the world with 119 wins out of 2,465 races, so just about under that 4% range.
All of my wins this season have come from the drag race, so don't let that slow you down.
Good way to be. Good way to be. All right, you can cover this one if you want.
All right, and they are off. Scruff with a bit of a lead in the front here. Let's see if he holds on. Neck and neck still. Neck and tail.
Ooh.
Country Chick pulls ahead. And Scruff battling to get back in there. Let's see what happens here. Country Chick stretching that lead. And
there it is.
nice close race. Congrats, Country Chick.
Yeah, it looks like Scruff did not save enough in the tank. And Dad's Bod Eye strikes again. What can we say?
Well, Dad's Bod Eye.
That was half a tenth. That was a 20th of a second between the two there. These races are close. Very close. All right. We're on to the finals of the second round, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be Yorstra and Country Chick for the second final. Winner gets VIP and moves on for a chance to win the Command of the Week.
Now, the Command of the Week, is last week's command still active?
Yes.
Or was it ever
It is still
even
active.
given to you?
It will remain active until the next command has been implemented. So I believe that's
And that
exclamation
was-
point rump.
Rump.
Mhm.
Give that a shot right now. Rumpluff has nothing further to add. Simple, straight to the point. I like it.
All right. Well, looks like we've got two rookies on the scene, ladies and gentlemen. Rorstra, who has a couple races under their belt, and Country Chick getting their first win just tonight. Greenhorn versus Rookie. And it looks like Rookie will take the lead here. Yorstra with a bit more experience, more comfortable going first and waiting for the trigger to happen. Country Chick, a little nervous, but now has the responsibility of triggering the gate. Let's see how well they handle it. Gets the switch perfectly. Yorstra waiting in line, making sure everything's ready to go. And this is anyone's race.
I'm excited.
All right, Country Chick and Yorstra. The lights are green, everything's good, and they're off. Country Chick takes the early lead, pushing ahead with all they've got. They have nothing to lose here. They're going to give it their all right out of the gate. But Yorstra had a trick up their sleeve, and the slight experience advantage of Yorstra copying in the ways of Highway. Going for that boost unexpectedly in the half-second waypoint, and Yorstra definitely winning it here by commanding lead. Fortunately, Country Chick just not quite vetted enough to know that boost was coming, and a full second exactly for the Yorstra
I think we
victory
forgot
there.
to fill you in, Country Chick, but NOS or any other performance-enhancing, words.
Yep.
It's all allowed here.
Yes,
at the Indy-Val0s drag racing.
Anything goes. Any additional equipment, any additional substances, any sabotage, it is all fair game here. The only thing keeping you from whatever wins is your own conscience. All right, we're going to go back to the Twisted Indy qualifier track. And again, ladies and gentlemen, we are looking for 2 more drag race style maps for qualifiers, so we can keep these qualifiers as interesting as possible. We would ask that it be 16 marbles or more that can all race side by side. And if you have any question about the functionality, feel free to stop in on a Wednesday stream, ask a builder anything, every Wednesday on this channel at 8 p.m. And we can work some stuff over with you. You can send me the file, we can take a look at it, dissect it, send it back and forth. Don't feel like you gotta have it all figured out. Twisted asked me to help with a release mechanism to drag race in the first place. I made an entire map instead. And then he took that and turned it into a giant beast. And then Lugo was like, well, I could do that. And he did his own ridiculous thing. And at that point, we then both sent the file back and forth 3 times before we finally uploaded it. So you're not on your own here. It's not like you're just throwing out a map and be like, well, I guess it's not good enough. We'll work with you. We'll make it happen. If you got a good idea that's worth putting time into, we'll make it as good as possible and we'll get it out there. So take a stab at it.
Team effort from very experienced track builders there.
We're going to put 1 minute on the clock. We got 23 marbles in already. And again, thank you all for coming out to the fun today. We already have 2 qualifiers completed, or 2 rounds completed, excuse me, Dion Music and Yorstra. So we will be ignoring any victories that they have for the remainder of the main tournament. But we will have that final at the end to see who will win the Command of the Week. What did I do with a shotgun last season? The shotgun was the stairs into a portal, because the question was, how do you get all marbles into a portal at the same time? And the answer was stair bin. That was the shotgun track. This is not quite the same. Not quite the same. Twisted Indy's shotgun track was a bit more drag race-esque, for sure. For sure.
I'm a fan of the colors on this track too.
Yes. I love the new skybox, and I'm glad it is also the tilt skybox because it's very green screenable, or in this case, blue screenable. My favorite one I've seen so far is underwater because the motion of the board with an underwater backdrop, very appeasing.
Yeah, I was watching. I think I caught some Guru Beats earlier. He had a pretty nice, relaxing background there. Usually, I've seen them where they just have too much going on.
Yeah, there's a couple where it's kind of like the board's moving and the background's doing a thing, and it's like, nope.
Right.
But that's why I like the underwater videos, because very rarely do you have jagged camera movements with underwater footage. And the board, while the camera may move juddily, the board itself is always very smooth in motion. So
does that mean that we still have Santa Claus flying around up there?
Pixel made an announcement last season that Santa has gone back to the North Pole, which I thought meant he removed the Santa from the skybox, but he has never disappeared. So
Not that we want him.
it's
Oh my, got some air on that one.
he is actually going so fast he's catching up to the other boosts.
That might be a new world record. That was close.
The other marbles aren't even halfway. Lugo, I guess feeling cheated, not qualifying or not winning the qualifiers last round. There you have it.
I was wondering if we were gonna see a world record with these maps being ran the way they're intended.
I got nothing. There it is. New record by 1/4 of a second. Not even. Congratulations.
It's about time somebody broke a record today.
I guess so. It happened eventually. We got a record at some point today. I guess we can call it a victory. I wasn't ready for it. So we'll have to keep our eye on Lugo. Was that more temporal distortions from pizza delivery? Is that what that was? I think that might have been.
Still managed to keep it under 88 miles an hour, though.
Surprisingly, I mean, the track does look longer, so you would think that kind of speed exceeded 88 miles an hour, but it's all scaling. The scaling is very different from truck track. And now Lugo sporting the gold name. Power play. This might be the greatest power play we've ever seen in drag race history right here.
Absolutely puts a lot of pressure on the competitors here.
You had mentioned Final Ross Battle, actually.
Yes.
He's now on the scene.
Mr. Battle himself.
Yeah. Final Ross Battle this Sunday if you're free. Be a good day for Pachinko. Just saying.
Ross has also recently announced shared an announcement of news with the community. I'm not gonna ruin that for her, but congratulations, by the way. I'm assuming he'll tell us.
This Sunday is mid-season, isn't it? But I believe that ends fairly early, or is Spoo going long this time? Yeah, he's going from noon to 4, so mid-season will be well over by the time we hit this. Or hit Pachinko. So, because we were thinking closer to like 8 p.m., right? It's a boy! Final Ross Battle! Congratulations! GG's. Finally,
I don't know what GG means in that aspect. So Are you saying my 2 girls were a loss, or?
No, it's just GG. That successful birth. GG's in any direction. I was only commenting on It's a Boy as the signal of successful birth. All right, Puxy
Well, no
Tawny.
birth yet. Just a successful.
Oh, just we found out.
Announcement.
We just found out. Got it.
Or am I wrong?
I don't know.
I don't think.
I thought we were getting close. It's hard to. Everyone is having babies. It's hard to keep it all straight. I don't know who's at what point. But Puxy Tawny will be the trigger marble here. 20. Oh, someone died?
Wow.
We've had a death, ladies and gentlemen. We have had a death. And Lugo out in front again. The temporal distortions of the pizza, not to be underestimated here.
No. You think that?
I mean,
I think that pizza works kind of like a. Oh my gosh, I can't even think right now.
like an antenna receiver, you think?
The things that they put on the back of the cars for the
A spoiler. We have a.
That's
It's
Jeez.
but it's sloped the wrong way. It's actually pulling him off the track rather than pushing him down into the track. Dr. Arbol tried to make a jump. Wait, highway!
Oh,
Did he make? Highway snuck in!
did it. Highway again.
Highway sneaks in. This is just the round of revenge. All of the semifinalists going in for round number 2 here, ladies and gentlemen. This is all out right now. So just when you think you got it all figured out, marbles start dying and temporal rifts are no longer enough to win it. So what else can you say? What else can you say?
I mean, if you temporal rift back to back, though, you're just showing off at that point.
Correct,
So,
correct. Regardless of that outcome, Highway would have taken the qualifier, but good to see him outpacing Lugo-Val0s, just to assure us that it is not a completely broken strategy. It does have its own caveats. All right, ladies and gentlemen, 1 minute on the
do
clock.
you have any?
Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahed. You have any interesting facts to share with us about any of these marbles?
I was going to ask you that, but Garnet Rod is here. Garnet Rod is the 4th place speed hippo flosser.
Please elaborate.
Well, every April, it's kind of like an end of the dry season celebration in strange, small communities in Uganda, where they celebrate the coming of the rainy season by jumping into the muddy rivers that are very low because it hasn't rained for 4 or 5 months, and they have to. It's a bit controversial because a lot of people have died. You hear the stats about how hippos have killed more people than most other
Right.
animals. This
sure.
tradition is a big part of that death tally, but the members of the community rush into the muddy rivers that are very low in water levels, and they have to try to floss a hippo and then get out alive.
Alive, of course.
So initially it was just however many hippos the community was able to floss would be proportional to the luck of harvest for the season. But as surviving became very much acquainted with speed became kind of the winner of the flossing competition. And because everyone's going for speed, it's increased the survivability of the event because everyone's now going fast. So most people are getting out alive. But you still do have a number of deaths every year from the slower competitors in the hippo flossing competition. But 4th place, I mean, not bad.
No, not bad at all. Congratulations. That's impressive.
I don't know where any of that came from, but it worked. All right. Garnet Rod will be the trigger marble. The other marbles getting into their slots. 27 marbles in total, so everyone will have their own. And again, just right to business with these marbles here. It's good to see it. It's good to see
I believed every word of it.
All right. Cycling in. Big Daddy Drag. What do you say? Glad to have you here, Captain Dadbot. It's good to have you here.
I'm glad to be here. I appreciate that.
The Dark Arts Drag Racing Alliance. The Dad Run.
Dara, if you will. Yeah. I read that wrong.
All right, Camdad or sorry, Garnet Rod. I saw the OD and my brain just defaulted.
It confuses me every time when I'm looking for myself
Yeah,
on a
but
stream
if
and
you
I
have-
see Garnet Rod.
If you have other names in front of it, you just kind of see like, oh, that's a bod. That's got to be Captain Dad bod. Nope, it's Garnet Rod. John Fearing, though, is going to take the lead. Oh, my goodness. Now using black hole temporal distortions for their own advantage. And a Alchemist's Tire. So full magic and physics in action here for John Fearing. Highway, not done yet, though. Pushing through. Country Chick on left, looking for redemption. Garnet Rod on the right. John Fearing holding steady, though, into the halfway point. Still lots of race left to go, and a blue booster coming in. This could be deciding everything. There's the blue boost. And John Fearing messes it. Sip Chillin has the opportunity to overtake. Low grade on the left-hand side. Druska, Diablo about into the middle. Both trying to make it happen, but it looks like Sip Chillin's got the line into the final quarter. Low grade, one last chance to overtake Sip Chillin. They're neck and neck. They've got the same marble with the same trail. Diablo Beck, though, doesn't care for any of it. Just takes over them all. And that wasn't even a double boost. That was just a super boost up in the middle. And Diablo Beck taking the victory from the two other competitors. Very phenomenal performance there by Diablo Beck. Counted them out in the beginning, but they came back with a vengeance.
Way to smash others' hopes. Hey, you guys go ahead. Look good for a while, but I'm going to go ahead and finish this up for you.
Taking some lessons from Highway 66666 there, as it turns out. All right, folks, last qualifier for the third round. Last chance to get into the semifinals. Get your marbles in. And we'll see how this all goes. Who else we got in here? Yucca. What have you heard about Yucca?
Well, a lot of people don't know this about Yucca. Yucca and I, of course, know each other very well. Yucca is a professional bee walker.
Really?
So if you're busy and you don't have time to take your bees out for the walks, that get them their exercise and everything, get them playtime with their friends. For a fee, Yucca will come and walk your bees for you.
Okay. Do they offer bee flying services as well, or only strictly walking?
Just walking.
Got
It's been a point of contention in a few of our engagements throughout the
I
bee
think
walking experience.
it's a bit of a social, from what I've heard. I don't know the industry that well, but I've heard allegations that in order to keep the bees from flying, they weight the collars of the bees, which is
right.
Borderline animal abuse from what I've heard. I can't confirm or comment on it from any point of information, but that's what I've heard.
It's probably best not to get into details on it right now, otherwise we're gonna start a war in chat here.
A little
if
too
you
contentious.
do need a bee walk, keep in mind.
Fair enough. This is why I love this show. It's Country Chick will be the Trigger Marble. So the newcomer not done yet. Wants a chance to be in the spotlight officially. My cat poking out of her pillow fort, eyeing my curry. Thinking about it. She'll be in for a surprise when she finds out how spicy it is. And
Too spicy for you?
no, I can't even taste the spice.
Oh,
You guys are wusses.
yeah, you're sure.
You guys are wusses.
Right.
I didn't even have to drink milk. I'm drinking tea. She makes spice worse. Didn't even have to bring out the milk. All right, Country Chick, into the trigger. The other marbles are loose. 29 marbles here on the line. And here we go. Marbles off. You can take this one, Dad Bod. You got it.
All right, we have 29 marbles going down the track here. Final Ross battle in the mix as always. Looks like Kira, Rahuska, hard to tell in these many names. Brenzel taking the lead over down here on the bottom end. But Dr. Orbital takes the
blue
lead
boost.
up top.
Ooh. Not done yet,
Done
though.
with the fingernail stuff and ready to race. Peridot takes the lead, though. Peridot's no stranger to this stream. Luckily, there's only one of them here today, though, so we don't have to contend with that.
Yeah, the
Still going very close race between Peridot and Dr. Orbital.
Oh!
Oh, my.
That was a huge change-up. That was a full double blue-red boost, and Peridot missed it entirely. Kira overtakes with the booster on the track, and Puxatoni hits the outside of the bend. I think Puxatoni had it, but they just nicked the triangle on the left-hand side there, and Kira finally getting the afterburner on the tank sorted out, has taken the victory.
I will give you a congratulations, Kira. I'll hold my feelings in. Congratulations to you. Hope to see you next week.
All right, we're looking for the semifinalists right now, ladies and gentlemen. Lugo-Valos, Highway, Diablo-Beck, and Kira Zalka. The only 4 we're looking to join on these races, so please be sensitive to that request. Highway ready to go right out of the gate. We will wait for the next marble to join. Diablo-Beck is going to be it. Okay, here we go. Highway, as we've reviewed, not the best record, but a strong win percentage. We'll see what Diablo-Beck is sporting here as soon as the timer finishes out.
Plenty of experience on this track for Highway tonight as well. That plays out for him.
Mm-hmm. So it's 40 wins out of 919 races, just under that 5% rate. And actually kicks Highway out of the way. This is the second time Highway has suffered the mind games of their competitors in the semifinals. Hopefully they keep their composure this time. But Diablo-Beck has...
Diablo-Beck did get here by using the Highway 6666 strategy.
Correct. So this is a meta game on a level we don't even understand here. Using their own tricks to take the advantage and then using tricks that have worked against them to further their advantage. And Highway's not standing for it. Neck and neck as they come out of the gate. Into the first quarter, through to the second quarter, Diablo-Beck does have a slight lead on Highway. And there's the boost, and Highway wasn't ready for it. He sprints back from behind, trying to close up on missed ground, but Diablo-Beck got the jump on Highway. Highway wasn't ready to spring at the same time as Diablo-Beck. Diablo's got it. Highway tries to go for one more push. Highway's going for it. It's neck and neck in the last center line. Highway! Oh, the veteran knows
exactly
that trick.
As you would expect it to go.
Just knows that a little bit better. Diablo-Beck can't beat Highway at their own game. After all, Highway not going to stand for it. Wouldn't be surprised if Highway actually had that planned out from the beginning, knowing that Diablo-Beck was going to be trying to steal their strategy.
Absolutely.
Whew. Now that was a semifinal. If we could have every semifinal like that, I'd be very happy. All right, we're looking for Lugo-Valos and Kira. Two names I've never heard on this channel.
Very, very unfamiliar with those.
What have you? This seems like a golden opportunity we're missing right now. What have you heard about Lugo-Valos and Kira?
Well, I'll leave the Kira to you. Lugo-Valos, I don't know. This may be a sore subject for him as he recently lost the title. But if you didn't know, Lugo-Valos once held the world record for most Michael Jackson hee-hees in an hour.
Really?
Recently lost that to a young boy from Ecuador, but
okay.
It was a good run. Held it for a few years.
Fascinating. I didn't know Lugo-Valos was that big of a Michael Jackson fan. In all honesty,
I think Lugo's just very good at hee-hee.
All right. And Kira Zalka, who actually won the cupcake eating contest just last night, actually. She's been a little sluggish today, probably an after effect of said cupcake eating competition. But it was 17 cupcakes in 1 minute.
Impressive.
It's
full-size cupcakes, I assume.
Not the mini ones, no, full-size cupcakes. It was a flurry of crumbs and it doesn't matter. Kira still hammering away on that afterburner on the tank. They said it was daft to put an afterburner in a tank, but here's Kira winning 2 in a row now, advancing to the finals. Oh, it was a cake. It was 17. Wow.
Did you eat 17 full-size cakes in an hour?
She said 17 cakes in a minute, and I was like, they got to be cupcakes, right? Apparently not. Apparently they were whole cakes. 17 cakes in 1 minute.
That is impressive. That's high praise.
And winning a drag race the next day.
I'm blown away.
Fascinating. That was more than half a second victory there as well. Lugo probably very embarrassed. Might want to go back to just impersonating Michael Jackson for a while after that loss. So we're looking for Highway and Kira for the finals of the 3rd round, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Highway and Kira, the two finalists for the third round of the Indy-Val0s drag race number 2. Let's get it going, shall we? All right, we'll lock it in and we'll get them going. All right, so Kira has been on point with the afterburner tank strategy. Highway with the tried and true derby strategy of springing late. Kira sprung late on the last track. Do you think there's just going to be 2 takes of the same strategy?
I wouldn't be surprised if we see them both hit that NOS at the same time, cross the line at the same time. I wouldn't be surprised.
Do you think we might have our first tie ever for a drag race final?
As long as Kira still has some energy in her, even though those cakes were
you know,
weighing
if
them
she
down.
can down 17 cakes in a minute, I don't think there's anything she can't do as far as, you know, putting herself to the limit. So
Can't disagree with that.
but it is going to be a perfectly dead even start right out of the gate. Highway springs early and springs again. Kira missing 2 boosts in a row. Probably waiting a little later to hit that NOS button. And there she goes. Now she's cranking the NOS button. I don't know what was happening with Kira. She was doing a little jiggity jag and she blows it out. The NOS has failed. It's just a bunch of smoke coming out of the exhaust at Kira. And the artificial NOS not going to be enough boost to beat the boost of Highway's natural sprinting capacity. And that's it. Just one too many variables to rely on. Something's going to go wrong. Highway, just doing it the old try and true method, finally has their day after being denied in the first round by some very questionable antics performed by The Hunt Music. And we'll get to see those two hopefully showdown again in the finals.
Highway switched up the strategy on that one, and Kira just was not expecting.
All right, the VIP has been added. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we go into the final round. To qualify, we're going to go back to the Indy-Val0s track. So get your marbles in. And again, thank you all for being here. Thank you, Captain Dabbod. It's been delightful so far. We're gonna
I'm
finish this
sure it's been just an absolute pleasure.
1 minute on the clock. Get your marbles in. Grenzenlos finally getting in on the action. Good to see him here. And DJ Radioactive also showing up. Any more marbles still got your eye, or you still all in on Wildbeth Marshall, who seems to have faded a little bit?
Who seems to have completely let me down, I think was the phrase you were looking for there. But I don't know. I mean, is Wildbeth Marshall still here?
They have not joined in a little bit.
Well,
Hard to tell. I still got my money on Notes 89. I think Notes 89, a little bit of a late bloomer. I think they're going to spring for it. I think they're going to get it. I don't know if they're going to go all the way, but I think they'll at least qualify this round.
I'd like to see it happen. Is that Sean the Bull Shark joining us here?
Oh, has Sean the Bull Shark made an appearance?
Left.
Oh. Uh-oh.
That's not even a...
He's forgone the bull. This is a side of Sean the Bull Shark we've never seen on the racing circuit. I think this was in response to the 1-hour track curse. I think the curse had infected the shark trail of their marble, and they changed it in response to that. So the curse of the channel, not just affecting the channel, but marbles on the channel as well. Terrible thing. Terrible thing.
Let's see if the luck of the Irish there pull something out for him there.
Also our first mod for the trigger marble position tonight, and Drohuska. This looks like the strike of the mods here. The mods always try to represent in every derby competition that we have on this channel. And this looks like this is going to be their big push here. El Cid controlling the trigger, Drohuska in the wings. I'm sure there's some coordination going on right now as they're loosed into the wall. The wall's down, the marbles are out. Lots of marbles in the overflow. 18 to be exact. And here we go. Elsa the First tries to take a lead on the outside. It looks like it's going to be Fox's Mage, Twisted Idiot, Garnet Rod, give him some competition. Grenzenloss up the middle, also trying to hold it strong. Droska in the middle, waiting for a chance to strike, but no, they're falling further behind. The car not performing. Elsa the First, though, is pushing with all their might. It's Em on the outside with Garnet Rod as well. Elsa the First has one last chance, needs a good boost, and they're trying to push ahead. They got a little bit of a strong boost there on the right-hand side, but they still need to make up some ground. There's a big boost again. It looks like they're going to lose a lot of... Oh, no! 80s Girl completely blows out of the middle of the track. Garnet Rod into the final quarter in first place. Grenzenloss in second, Diablo back in third, 8-7 fourth, and Elsa the First all the way back in fifth place. They're going to need a miracle. Diablo back springing forward again. Diabloback going front on the side here. They've already qualified, so second place will get it. Oh, wait, no, they did not qualify. So Diabloback right back into the action.
Brand new qualifier. Diabloback's paying attention.
Waste no time. Out in the semifinals, right back in on the next race. Picked up where they left off. Elsa the First behind by 1/3 of a second. Whew. Very close. Another 1/10 of a second difference there between first and second and third. Wowzers. All right, going into the next round.
I think 80s Girl has not very happy about that last performance.
It looked nasty.
On their shoulder here.
I saw something fly off of the car. Not sure what it was, but it was apparently something important. Do you have any word on that from the pit as to what that was?
It's hard to tell. I couldn't tell you. I know that they're back here now and they're ready to go. So important or not, they're here.
All right, they're just going to go without it. Bold strategy, but again, it's the final round. There's not enough time to sit it out and try to get things working again. You just got to go with what you got. So some diehard spirit.
The word from the pits is that 80s Girl was able to repair that flux capacitor. Now,
really,
keep in mind, 80s Girl, keep it under 88.
Yes, do not.
Not gonna work.
Do not push it above 88. You saw what happened to Scruff. Lots of marbles now joining in. Doom finally getting in on the action here, using the interdimensional donut, one of my favorite flavors. And number 247 in the world with 356 wins out of 3,461 races. That's almost a 10. That's over a 10% win ratio. My goodness, that is astounding.
That's intimidating as a competitor as well.
Absolutely. All right, the marbles finding their way down the star piece, looking to nail the positions as they go into the funneler. Highway, who has already qualified and won, will take the trigger marble position, so they cannot qualify for this race, but they might just go for the race anyway. A little bit of a mind game here. Marbles filing in. We got, I believe, too many marbles to tell. Bug sent on 80s Girl, Grenzenloss, Doom, Radioactive, DG Noah, Drahuska, nope, Garnet Rod, It's Em, Tambourines, Country Chick, and Sip Chillin'. Everyone else into the pleb bin. Strangely enough, all white and blue names up front. Highway, the only VIP on that trigger. Everyone else in the pleb bin.
The mods are holding back this week, huh?
Looks like it. You can take this race if you want.
Oh, sure. And here it goes. 3, 2, 1, go. Highway with the early lead. Highway cannot qualify this round, so it would come down to second place. Currently, it's M in second place. Sip Chill and Garnet Rod coming up to try to take that over. Sip Chillin takes the lead now and pushing halfway through the race here. It's M, Garnet Rod, DG Noah not giving up without a fight. Garnet Rod jumps ahead there in nearly the last quarter here. Sip Chillin, Garnet Rod battling it out. Sip Chillin gets a big boost, but it's M right there. DG Noah coming out of nowhere. And that is the photo finish. Sip Chillin takes the win, though. DG Noah gave it all they had.
They tried to go for that over-boosted center track line, but just didn't have enough to close the gap in Sip Chillin. And that's going to do it. Sip Chillin qualifies for the final round. Just over a 1/10 of a second ahead. Well performed, well performed. All right, third round. I'm being messaged. Stand by. Uh-oh. I'm in trouble, apparently.
Are you? You know, I assumed that you were going to be in trouble earlier when I saw you sipping from a SpongeBob mug.
Well,
At record hunters.
the problem with a 32-ounce mug is I either have to consume 32 ounces of coffee cold or rapidly, and neither of those are good options. So, but for tea, fantastic.
There you go. Hey, we got AC and Dallas in there. AC and Dallas has been surprisingly quiet tonight.
Yes, that's their first time up. One of the most winningest marbles in marbles history, not just our channel history, but in marbles in general.
See how that experience plays out. Is this the last round for this qualifier?
This is our second to last. The second to last. One minute on the clock, ladies and gentlemen. Get your marbles in.
We haven't seen any longer names get in here. Kind of. I have a lot of respect for Twisted Indy, but I want to see how he pulls off a Punxsutawney Sonny on trophy. The trophy map. You know?
If someone wants to do the character limit in W's, for a Twitch name and a win, I wouldn't say no. just to watch him squirm. Oh, we have a clip on the 1 hour track. If it's a sphere, I'm anticipating that because I saw a sphere clip through during my testing last night. Who knows? We'll check that out after stream. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. 29 marbles for the third qualifier of the last round. Just 2 places remain. It was a sphere, Elson? Yes. Spheres, I have noticed, are also jumping the shark, as it were. A sphere in a shark, probably too powerful for anyone. Pixel might have to look into banning that combination, actually, in the game for the mid-season update.
And it looks like Punxsutawney is there in the first.
There he is.
First, maybe second. It's hard to
Yep.
tell. Second spot there.
So
I'm rooting for you, Punxsutawney.
Zaxxas, Punxsutawney, Tabriz, Emery, Lugo0s, Doom. Did you know a loyal Magic gamer? That'd be a good one to fit into a into a trophy. Twisted Indy, Kirazaka, and Dr. Arble. With Highway, Trigger Marble again. The power play mind games. Even Highway's starting to dabble in this now. This is not a competition for rookies this week. All the big names are pulling out all the stops this season. All right, here we go. Loyal Magic Gamer is going to try to take the lead in the first quarter. Lugo0s, Punxsutawney, Cyaxis, and Twisted Indy, who has Twisted Indy decides to step out, having already had a chance. Wants to let the others have a chance this time. Admirable, but not required. Loyal Magic Gamer is going to be taking the lead. Pushing up to the top, Doob in second, Punxsutawney in third, and Cyaxis in fourth place. It looks like Loyal Magic Gamer might actually be able to pull this off, but still has a quarter of the race left to go. Doob in second. Looks like Dr. Arble has a tremendous blow. It actually collides with Marbles behind, and there goes Grenzen Lost with a huge boost down the middle. Tries to catch Magic Loyal Gamer at the last second, and does, and Grenzen Lost. Amazing center track boost advantage. Taking the victory away from Loyal Magic Gamer. You hate to see someone with a shorter name do it, but, you know, all's fair in this competition.
It happened, you know. Basic white marble again.
The plain plastic, man. No fooling around. Just get it done. All right. The last qualifier, ladies and gentlemen. Last chance to be involved in the winnings of this evening. If you win this race, you then go to the semifinals. If you win that, you get VIP. And then you go into the final finals, where it's a chance to win the Command of the Week. And so here we go. 1 minute on the clock. Get your marbles in. I'm in so much trouble. I don't know if you saw the Steam announcement pop up on screen or not, but that happened. I think I'm covering it, thankfully.
I didn't catch it.
There's been some messages, and we have one bell and whistle. That's it.
Very nice.
And that was actually my budget for this show. So actually, I can't even do that for the final winner anymore. That was.
I have some sounds that I could play.
Yeah, if you want to supplement the
Through
budget
my
here with sounds, that would be great.
They're not the best sounds.
That's all right. Or just any in chat. You have full access to the sounds in chat that you'd be able to throw in at any time. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the last qualifier for the last round of the second Indy-Val0s drag race. Here we go. 26 marbles ready to give it their all. We will do cleanup races, which is basically races until Indy's had enough time to update the track. So
what can men do against such
I can't promise
reckless
cleaning up your energy, but there will be cleanup races. Again, most grinder-friendly stream
Depending on who
on
wins.
Twitch.
How long that will take. Looks like we're gonna have Decima Jersey and Punxsutawney in
All right.
this race.
They're all going for it. The swiping occurs. Foreman, Notes, Decima Jersey, Grenzen-Lost, Dr. Arbol, Amin San, Cyaxis, Scruff, Droska, Garnet Rod, and Punxsutawney Sani. The two longest names in it to win it. And low grade coming in. Low grade going to be our trigger marble here. You want to cover this last race?
Sure.
All right.
All right, low grade getting ready to set it off here. Working our way up to the starting line. See how this goes. And they are off. Looks like Scruff taking the early lead, followed by Garnet, Rod, Foreman, low grade. Scruff is made a good showing this evening, but Garnet Rod takes the lead here. Low grade in second. And Garnet Rod has a pretty good lead going on here. It's going to take a lot of work to keep up with this, but that work comes with low grade and Foreman pushing Garnet Rod in the last quarter. Trying to hold on to that lead. Low grade will not give up. And low grade coming. Let's see what happens here. Low grade takes that win. It looked like we had some people moving up on the back end too.
It was a very heated competition. Everyone giving it their all there on the final qualifier, but low grade just squeaks it out. And that is going to be a win again, just barely a tenth of a second there. Phenomenal, phenomenal. Low grade already VIP, but might be going for that command of the week or just the glory in general. We'll see. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're into the final semifinals of the regular finals. It's turning into record hunters over here. We're looking for Diablo Beck, Sip Chillin, Grenzen-Lost, and low grade only, please. And your cooperation is very much appreciated in getting this all set up. Sip Chillin, right out of the gate, ready to go. Diablo Beck, also in it, wasting no time. Denied victory in the previous semifinals. Now here to make it to the end.
I did add a sound command today that I was going to use specifically for Kira, but I missed it.
Ah, okay.
Hopefully we can see. Are we going to see Kira again in the finals?
No, unfortunately.
I forgot.
Couldn't make it.
Well, this one's for you, Kira.
Oh, you suck.
I don't know how well that came through.
It came out perfectly. That was clear as day. Diablo Beck will take the left-hand side. Sip Chillin will be the trigger marble on the right-hand side. Number 207th in the world. Almost top 200 right now. Boasting a very healthy record. But do they have what it takes to take on Diablo Beck? Diablo Beck has already made one appearance in semifinals and is hungry for redemption. But Sip Chillin, very strong marble their own right, and they are neck and neck right out of the gate. Coming up into the second half. Diablo Beck springs forward, looking for an early lead. Sip Chillin not going to give up yet, though. Keeping pace and overtakes right again into the last quarter here. Sip Chillin trying to find that perfect line. Diablo Beck goes for a boost, but Sip Chillin matches the pace as they go into the final stretch. Diablo Beck gets one more. Sip Chillin needs one more. Goes back and forward. Diablo Beck needs one more before the end. No, can't get it. Sip Chillin, a back and forth for the ages right there. But
what
unfortunately,
a race.
For the second time, Diablo Beck going to be denied in the semifinal. Sip Chillin, just one back and forth ahead. Right at the end when it counted the most. Whew. That's a close race. 7 jiffies between the two. Doesn't get much closer than that. All right, gentlemen, we're looking now for Grenzen-Lost and low grade to join in on the competition. Grenzenlos and low grade. I must say, can I just compliment all the viewers of this event, both last week and this week? The graciousness with which people cooperate with the joining on semifinals and finals. I've never seen it on any other stream.
No, and it was a concern, I know.
Yes.
At the beginning. But they've been a very well behaved audience.
Absolutely. Much appreciated.
No streakers today.
No streakers. Well, we had a couple people slip in the early rounds, but that's always expected as we go into it. All right, low grade, number 152nd in the world, our highest qualified marble this round. Top 200, just ahead of Sip Chillin. Grenzenlos, on the other hand, number 2,119th in the world, with only 12 wins out of 214 races, so around that 5% sweet spot. Low grade's in position. Grenzenlos is ready to go. I believe it is Toy Car versus Naked Skull. We'll see how this pans out. You got this one?
I'll take this one. I'm looking forward to seeing this low grade with the early pole position there, but Grenzenlos comes out fighting. Very close round here. Low grade holding that lead. Grenzenlos waiting for that boost, hitting it to hit it just right. Low grade is not skipping any of those boosts though. And Grenzenlos makes up a little bit of run. There they go. Grenzenlos with the win. GG's.
Looks like that Toy Car's got some secrets under the hood. I thought low grade had it. They were looking strong all night tonight, but weren't ready for the secret Toy Car surprise and under the hood of Grenzenlos there.
I don't see Grenzenlos being a very easy name to spell out in lasers, so kind of rooting for Grenzenlos there.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are into the finals of the last qualifying round. Sip Chillin and Grenzenlos. Get your marbles in, and then we'll sort out the finals. Good stuff. Here we go. Sip Chillin and Grenzenlos for the finals of the 4th round. Let's get it underway. Sip Chillin, who is number 207th. Grenzenlos, number 2,119th. But as we just saw, rank playing very little in the performance of the marbles on the drag race scene. Also notice that the Toy Car tires are of different sizes, which does play to the strength of the drag race.
Of the drag race, correct. You need
that might have something to do with their success there, taking down Sip Chillin. We'll see what happens as they prepare to be trigger for this final on the 4th round. Also, potion in there. You think that was part of the secret? I think there's some juice.
Could very well be an alternate fuel choice that really gives the boost there.
Well, it's certainly getting well mixed, and it is changing colors as the race progresses. So something going on with the potion Toy Car combo here, but Sip Chillin does not want to be outdone. Pushing ahead, very strong, but there goes Grenzenlos using, oh my goodness, it's in full swing. Grenzenlos's potion Toy Car combo just can't be touched right now. Sip Chillin has one last chance, but it's all over. Grenzen boosts ahead again. Not even close on the finals of the 4th round. Grenzenlos has found the secret, and it is a magical potion. I'm sure they will not be sharing that information anytime soon.
They've already shared it.
Oh, it's just nitros. Okay, well, good to know. So, Grenzenlos, congratulations. You have won VIP for the channel. Again, to all of our competitors who have won tonight, Vion Music, Yostra Highway, and Grenzenlos, congratulations on your VIP. I did not spell that right. Hey, there we go. Exclamation point VIP in the channel if you want to know what that means for this stream. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we move on to the finals. So thank you again for all of your cooperation, coming out and enjoying. Oh, Camp Blaze, I think, is gearing up for something here. Either grinding or, oh, that's raiding. That's latest too, right? Yeah, I don't know what they're gearing up for, but Camp Blaze is gearing up for something. Anyway, let's go into the finals. We need Vion Music, Yostra Highway, and Grenzenlos for the finals. Who we favoring here? Send your dad, bud.
I would like to see the Hunt Music and Highway in the final.
Sounds like
Uh, they've
fair
both
fight.
performed very well.
Well, it looks like that's not going to happen because they are in the
right.
semifinal. Should be noted, we saw this once before, and The Hunt Music's very strange, no friction sled gave Highway a bit of a run for his money there, but he did redeem himself in the third round. So this is the redemption arc. The Hunt Music and Highway. We'll see if The Hunt tries to go for another mind game on Highway here. And watch out for The Hunt Music's frictionless sled. That thing, whew, it's a wild card. Freak cannon, if you have any information on that mythos. Are you familiar with the freak cannon concept?
I'm fully lost.
Freak cannon is it's kind of like, it's like future fantasy. So, you know, like the improbability drive from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, where like, it just makes the most unlikely thing happen.
Right.
It's basically that, but a weapon. So, like, maybe it shoots a bolt of lightning that destroys everyone in front of it, or maybe it just turns everyone into a chicken, or maybe it just explodes and kills everyone operating it, or, you know, it turns into yarn and just falls apart. Like, it's very, very fun concept to play with. But it doesn't matter. Highway and The Hunt Music are let's turn into record owners again. Into the bench. And Highway is not taking any shit from The Hunt Music's no friction shenanigans. Highway just going for it. The slate sprint. No, but The Hunt's going to go for it right now. Last second. It's down to the neck and neck. But Highway holds on by a nose. And it looks like without the mind games, The Hunt Music's frictionless sled does not have what is required to take the victory there. And Highway, once again, the old-fashioned way, second half sprint. Whew. It's a good old reliable. 2 jiffies. You could not have a closer semifinal. That is less than a frame. A frame is 3 jiffies. This was less than a frame difference between the two.
Very well done. And jiffies is an official measurement of time.
It is.
Here in the drag racing team.
It's 1/100th of a second is the actual definition of a jiffy.
Oh wow! You learn something new at Shen's TV all the time.
So
it's not always something you want to learn, but it's there.
So yeah, it's always interesting when people say like, "I'll do it in a jiffy." I'm like, really
Time's
now?
up.
Really now? Really now? All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're looking for Yorstra and Grenzenlos to join in the final semifinals, number 2. Yorstra and Grenzenlos. We'll wait for them to join in so we can lock it in. There's Yorstra, there's Grenzenlos. I mean, you guys crushing it. Crushing it. All right. Grenzenlos, ready to go. Yorstra, who was showing some very innovative tactics last time. See if they have what it takes this time. You got a favorite here?
I've got to stick with Grenzenlos on this one.
For the name alone?
For the name alone.
Like, oh, Yorstra has jump track and goes for it immediately. Bit of a mind game on your Grenzenlos. Grenzenlos didn't even get into the pin. They were so distracted by what just happened. Trying to use the mind game tactics of The Hunt Music. We'll see if that actually pays off here. It all comes down to this, ladies and gentlemen, the final semifinals. Yorstra and Grenzenlos up to the line. The lights are good. 3 yellows and a green. Fair start, but Yorstra takes a strong lead. Oh, and misses the gear change. They hit the accelerator a little too hard. Didn't get the gear change into second, just quite at the line. And now at the halfway point, Yorstra is playing catch-up. Grenzenlos on the outside side. Looks like Yorstra's on the inside trying to get through, but Yorstra really trying to close the gap after missing that gear change, but it's going to be too little too late. Yorstra closes the gap one more time, but it's already at the end. Grenzen's taking it, and Yorstra just stumbles and falls, and the plastic marble wins again. Grenzenlos, congratulations. That was a good one.
That leaves us.
Oh. I think we have an update. Yep, the victory track has been taken down in preparation of declaring the new winner. So we need Highway and Grenzenlos, the two final finalists. Here we go. This is for the command of the week, ladies and gentlemen. I will post a DM command, or message anyway, in chat. So if the winner could message me so that we can be in communique for the ability to generate the command of the week by tomorrow, that would be awesome. Yeah, actually it's by Wednesday, really, because Tuesday's like my day off. I have to work from 9 to 5, but it's a day off for me if I'm only doing one job for the day. All right, let's lock this out.
I think Grenzenlos and Highway, there's no losers here, guys.
It's gonna be fun to see. I wouldn't be surprised to see Twisted Tea do like a 6 to the 5th power or something on those lines. We'll see how it goes here.
Possibility.
He might just have to redesign the track a little.
Although the 66666 is easy enough to replicate, it does take up a little bit more room as well.
It does. It does.
How it fits is questionable.
All right, so we have Grenzenlos here, who is the 3rd place finalist last fall in the pretzel tying competition. You have to tie as many pretzels as you can in 5 minutes. And Highway is just a good marble. It does nothing but marbles. Has no other records to their name. That's it. All in on marbles. We'll see if it works.
Let's see how that worked out for him.
All right, Grenzen trying to go with that secret combination of toy car and nitros. Highway with the sprint late in the second half strategy. This is going to be a tried and true strategy versus tried and true strategy. And Grenzenlos is going hard with the nitros. Highway looking for that last boost. They're going to need a miracle here. They need one more boost before they go into the wind bend. There it is, but they've missed it entirely. Highway can't close the gap. Grenzenlos overtakes, and Grenzenlos with the nitros toy car combo. Too much for Highway to handle, and the plastic marble takes it all the way to the top. Congratulations, Grenzenlos. You have won the command of the week.